Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. Today it's day for a yarn haul. So we are going to get started with the first thing, which is some yarn I bought from String Theory, right here, which is just outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in a town called Lemoyne, Pennsylvania. So let me get out what I got. I bought 2 skeins of yarn there. And the first skein is Sweet Georgia. So there you can see it. Sweet Georgia is a well-known brand. I actually have some Sweet Georgia upstairs that is a dark chocolate brown that might look nice with this. We'll see. But this color, as you can see, is kind of rusts. It's fall colors, definitely. And like a creamy yellow here. It is just gorgeous. Yeah, so there it is. And I'll tell you a little bit about it. It was $25 for a skein from them. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is a fingering weight. There's 420 yards or 388 meters. So, yeah. And the color is called Mango Ice. I don't know much about a mango, but to me, it reminds me of autumn leaves. So, really like that. I really like that, but I bought something to pair with it, and that is this. So it has some of the same yellows you can see in here, the same gold. And this is super soft. This is actually Cascade yarn. It is 70% baby llama, 30% silk. Well, that would explain why it's so soft. And it is Sorata. This was discounted. It was only $13.50 for it. And it is, let's see, 437 yards. Does it have a name? It does not have a name. It just has a color, number 18. They should name them. They're pretty colors, but I think these are going to look nice together. Because like I said, this color of gold and this are pretty close. So I'm thinking those will look nice together, but I'm also going to see what it looks like with the dark brown. Now this doesn't have a dark brown in it, but we'll see how it looks up against it. Otherwise these two will go together for something, probably a shawl or something like that for the fall. So that was my first purchase. Then I needed a larger Tunisian crochet hook because of the shawl that I'm making. I'm running out of room because it's just one of those long Tunisian hooks, and I needed one with the cable. So I went on Temu. I forget what I paid for these, but it was like $5 or $6. These are plastic, but I don't like the wood ones, so I think the plastic ones will be nice. And they seem to have nice joins right here. They seem smooth. And then these are pretty long. I think they're like 36-inch. I have plenty of room for however big this shawl ends up. And then they've got the ends here are on beads. And let me see how many there are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 in here. Let me see if I can tell you what sizes I have. I need to dig out a case to put these in so I can store them. The smallest one, this looks like the smallest. It is, there it is. The smallest is 3.5 millimeters, which is, I think, the size I need. It's a 3.5 millimeter, and the largest goes up to a 12 millimeter. So there's 12 altogether, and they're just plastic cords here. So yeah, that was my other purchase. And then I did a little shopping on Knit Picks for a couple of reasons. Number one, my granddaughter's home from college over the summer, and she said, "Hey, Grandma, do we want to dye some yarn together this summer?" And she and I have dyed yarn together before, and I said, "Of course, yes." So then I went looking for some yarn to dye, and Knit Picks does sell a brand called Bear Yarns. However, the ones I was looking for, they were sold out of at the time. But then I remembered Knit Picks palette, which is like a workhorse yarn. I use it a lot, and I just bought white, and I bought 4 skeins of it. So 4 skeins of white, and it doesn't have a name, it just says white. There's 231 yards. This is fingering weight. This is a 50-gram ball, so if you were doing 100-gram, it would be 462 yards for a 100-gram ball, but I'm going to do these as 50s. I'm not sure if I'm going to do mine as cutting them up into 10-gram minis. I might do that so I can play with dye a little bit more, and I'll leave it up to my granddaughter what she would like to do with it. And I think this is Peruvian Highland wool, but let me check. Yes, it's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. So yeah, it's not scratchy at all, and I have used this for numerous of my shawls before, especially ones that are test patterns that I'm designing. I have used Knit Picks palette because it's very reasonably priced. It's a wool, and it rips apart if you make a mistake, which when you're designing a shawl, you can do a lot of ripping out, and this holds up. You can rip it out and re-knit it, and it really does well. Like I said, it's a cheap priced yarn, but it's a nice workhorse. It's good. You can do lots with it. It is actually one of the yarns that Knit Picks recommends for color work. And it comes in tons of shades. I think it comes in like almost 100 different shades. So yeah, I really like Knit Picks palette. It is one of my favorites from Knit Picks. So yeah, I have 4 skeins of that. And then if you bought one of my yarn advent calendars, you might not want to watch the rest of the video, because some of the yarns I am going to show are ones I bought to add to the yarn advent calendar, because I started putting it together from yarns that are left from projects or skeins of yarn that I'm not going to use. So I was using all fingering weights and all natural fibers like wools or alpacas, things like that. So I mean, they're blends, I mean, because some of these were sock yarns or some of these were mixed with nylon and stuff, but I was a few short by the time I finished, and so I had to go find a few more yarns to include into the yarn advent calendar. So warning once again, if you are one of the people who bought from me and you don't want to know what you're getting ahead of time, don't watch from here out. So here we go. The first one I got, because the yarn advent calendar, each person is getting a 10-gram minis. So they have 25 10-gram minis in fingering weight. And then one person requested a 5-gram mini, and the other 5-gram mini is going to be used for something else coming up next month. Just saying, Christmas in July. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, you'll have to stay tuned to find out more about that. But anyway, here's the first one. I bought 2 of these because these are 50-gram skeins. This is from Knit Picks. If I get it to focus, there you can see it. It is like a barber pole. This is called Palette Twist. So it is a Knit Picks palette, but it is called Twist because of course it has 2 colors blended together. And this is called Asphalt. And again, it's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. So there you can see it. It is like gray and a dark gray, almost black. So that is called Asphalt. And then I bought 3 of the Chroma colors, and I have knit with Chroma yarn before, and it's very nice, and it has a nice gradient colors. So the first one I got, these are 100-gram balls. There are 396 yards per skein. These are singles, which means they're not plied. It's a single. There, you can see it. So it kind of almost looks more hand spun. And these are, let's see, what's it made of? 70% superwash wool, 30% nylon. And this color is called Go-Go Boots. I never saw Go-Go Boots this color. My mother had a pair of Go-Go Boots when I was a kid. I remember trying them on. They were white and they came up just above your ankles. I never saw Go-Go Boots in this color. But anyway, that's the first one. To me, it reminds me of lemons and limes. So that's the first one. Then the second one is funny because I have some Felice yarn that is almost identical to this color. This is also Chroma fingering weight. This is called Sedona. And so it has different shades of orange and red, and you can see some purple. It's looking maybe black here, but it isn't. It is purple. It's like a grape color purple that's poking out. And it looks like there is maybe a little bit bluer of a purple in here. So, and there you can see there's some reds and rusts and kind of an orangey color. Yeah, so this is called Sedona. And then the last one I bought is called Surfs Up. And you can see why. I saw the colors and went, oh, that's pretty. So we have some blue, and then we have some turquoise, deep turquoise here, and then the turquoise kind of gets lighter and lighter, and then over here it actually becomes blue again. So, and it looks like inside here is maybe even a deeper blue right there. So there you can see that. So that is my yarn and notions haul that I just recently got. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel because we will be doing Christmas in July, and there might be something involved in a 5-gram mini type of thing. Just dropping that out there for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned to find out what that might be. And thank you for watching, and I will see you again on Saturday. Bye, everybody.